Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video counting down the top 10 reasons, in my opinion, why the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 movie failed. F minus. When the fail is so bad, you got to put a minus beside it. Well, okay, maybe this wasn't an F minus, but it was below average. I think we can all agree it was below average for TMNT and what we've had in the past. It's amazing that 23 years after the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, they produced something like this with a budget of like over $100 million, and this is what they give us. So anyway, this is going to kind of be like a rant. Basically, I felt the need to go ahead and back up my reasoning and logic behind why I said in my review that this movie failed. And so let's go through them. Let's go through the 10 reasons why I think, in order from least to most impactful on the movie, why I think the movie was a fail, or at least it was a fail to me. So number 10, I'm going to put this at number 10, and I'm just going to basically say, I could even put this at number 1, really, but I'll just kind of throw it in there just because, and that is the people involved with the movie, the casting, Michael Bay, him getting his dirty mitts on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just irks me, and what he did with them, creating the Teenage Mutant Transformer Turtles. I wish that they wouldn't have had any of them involved. Not that Megan Fox did a bad job in the movie. She's not a great actress. I think we all know that. But she, for the most part, it was okay. It wasn't bad in terms of her acting or anything like that. So it's not entirely her fault or anything. And, the director, Jonathan Liebsman, whatever, I don't know. I guess he did a decent job, but basically I'll just put it on there just for sake of argument because it should be on the list at some point in time. Michael Bay and his crew. I wish someone else would have gotten a hold of this and done a different kind of movie with this, something more martial arts, I would have to say, similar to what we used to have. So that'll be number 10. Number 9. Not enough characters. Yeah, definitely. This one was like as simplistic of a turtle movie you could probably do. I mean, you could have brought in, with this kind of budget, you could have done all kinds of things. We could have had some 80s nods to the 80s cartoon. You could have brought in Krang. You could have brought in, the Mousers, Baxter Stockman. If you don't want to go for that feel for 80s, you could have brought in some of the ones from the comic books. You could have brought in, 2003 cartoon, 2012 cartoon. There are so many characters in the Turtle universe. To just bring in Shredder and I guess Karai, if that is Karai. I mean, no one even says her name or anything as far as I know from recollection of seeing the movie. And, they could have had a lot more characters from the Turtle world in there to kind of add to the story, maybe make the movie a little bit longer, but just make it more fun, because if they're going to go for a fun, over-the-top feel, get your Technodrome in there, get your Krang in there, go for it if you're going to do it. Don't just give us kind of halfway, but not. If you're going to go that route, go all the way. Never go full retard. But in this case, go full retard. Go for it if you're going to do it. Go for it. Why not? So that's going to be my number 1. My number 9. Number 8 is going to be Splinter. Oh my God, did Splinter ever look absolutely ridiculous in this movie? He just looks stupid. He didn't look real at all. There's a case when Megan Fox is April. She's looking at him, and his rat head is up here, and she's looking down here. You know what I mean? And he's there, and it's like, what? Just no. So he's got the the whisker thing. The flashback version of Splinter didn't look too bad, but the final one we got just looked ridiculous. I guess the tail was cool when he was fighting and stuff, but overall what they did with Splinter, learning martial arts from a book. Where did he find these weapons? He's got like a brand new set of katana and all this stuff. Where did he get this stuff? I don't know. Found it in the sewer, I guess. Just Splinter all around. So what they did with him, especially the way he looks, that's the biggest thing why he's on the list. Going on from there, number 7, we just kind of touched on it, ruining the Turtles' origin. Now, this is a big one for me. They're lab rats, basically. They're They're created by, now granted, yes, in the 80s cartoon we have Shredder created them, that kind of stuff. But, Megan Fox rescuing them, this whole thing. And like I said, additionally, with Splinter learning martial arts from a book rather than... See, my favorite version is him actually being Hamato Yoshi. That's the one I like, because then it's like, okay, this guy has knowledge of the human world because he was human. He has been mutated into this form, but that's Hamato Yoshi. He's got all this skills and he can fight like this because of his training prior to becoming, not because of a book he found in the sewer. So just overall, the Turtles' origin, the whole thing, tying it back to her naming them, and just all of that is just blah, blah, blah. It's one of the worst Turtle origins, probably the worst we've ever had in any different incarnation of the Turtles. So that'll be my number 7. Number 6 is the CG not always fitting. So I'm a visual, my intelligence type, if I take an IQ test as a visual mathematician. When it comes to angles and when it comes to things like that visually, I'm usually pretty good. Like I said before, Megan Fox looking at Splinter's, chest or torso or something, rather than him in the eyes looking straight out. Maybe he's so ugly she felt the need to look down. But just all around, sometimes the turtles look flat. Sometimes they're just like flat turtles, standing behind her. She's got a drop shadow behind her. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh man, couldn't they have done better than that? I don't know. Maybe they need to go all practical. Maybe they need to, get some really good artists to spend a couple million of that $100 million budget, make the best suits you've ever seen, and then if you want to CG them up afterwards to add, I don't know, some dimples or slime or turtle, whatever, yeah, you go ahead and do that. But definitely overall, the CG was bad, in my opinion. Really bad. Again, talking about Splinter, his CG, the others, yeah, just all around, it didn't always fit. It didn't always look good. Sometimes you see Raph's foot rather than it's like, God damn it. Then you see Megan Fox's face. Then you see his stomach. Then you see her face. Then you go back and forth. And it just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? It just looks stupid a lot of times. So personally, to me, that took me out of the experience, and I'm going to put that in the list. Now we're in the top 5. Number 5 is actually a simple one. It's the trailers. This is something, the trailers were awesome, by the way, but this is a problem with movies nowadays. If they're going to release 3, 4, 5 trailers for the movie prior, don't show us the best parts of the movie in the trailers. In this one, that's what they did. So that by the time I had gone to actually see the movie, all of these parts, like the snow slide and everything like that, a lot of the parts of that I had already seen 5 times in 5 different trailers or whatever, or more because I'm reviewing them. I watched them a couple times. So I'd seen Raph slam into that stupid Jeep Hummer thing, SUV, at least 10 times. So when it came to the movie, I was like, I've already seen this so many times. So, and the part of the problem with that is because the movie was really short, but they had shown us a lot of the best scenes in footage beforehand. So by the time we got there, it didn't have the same impact as it would have had we have actually been seeing it for the first time. And there wasn't enough additional other stuff in there for me to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's amazing or whatever. Now, at the final battle, there was a few things that we hadn't seen anything of, really, with Shredder's final battle. We'd kind of seen pictures of him walking up and that kind of thing. But that was all new, so that was cool. I enjoyed that a lot. But a lot of the other stuff had been ruined because it was all in the trailer. Right? So I put that at number 5, at least for me anyway. So people say, just don't watch the trailer. I run a YouTube channel. I have to watch all the trailers and review them for the channel. Jesus. I'm anti-trolling as I'm filming. It's good. Okay, number 4. Number 4, even though I'm kind of trolling the movie in this case, but that's okay. It deserves it. So number 4, that's how I justify it, is not original at all, man. Nothing original about this in a positive manner. I mean, we have seen, how basic is this? Shredder wants to, use the mutagen or infect people and then use mutagen to repair it or whatever. Okay, there is evil scheme. The turtles are going to stop him. Shredder hates the turtles because, they're the turtles. Tonighty wants to dine on turtle soup, in which case they can't even deliver that line and make it sound good and make it fit, right? And, that's it. That's our movie. There's the movie, guys. As if you haven't already seen that in 300 episodes of the cartoon series by now, between the 2003, 2012, and 1980 series, as if you haven't seen that in previous movies, as if we haven't seen that 100 times now. Now new fans of the Turtles, they're not going to get that. But if you've been a big fan, if you've read the comics, if you're reading the IDW series, you've watched all the different cartoons, all this kind of stuff, you've heard it 100 times. It's not new anymore. That's not original. Couldn't you have given us anything original, or at least something really cool to tie back into in live action that we haven't seen before? No? Nothing? Okay. All right, fine. That's number 4. Number 3, we kind of talked about it a bit. Shredder himself. How they handled Shredder. Shredder is one of my all-time favorite villains from any cartoon, from any series, from anything. You can do him really funny, like Uncle Phil funny. You can do him really serious, 2003 serious. You can do him, intimidating and scary and face burnt like he is in the 2012 series. That's fine. You can do him whatever way you want to do him. But if you're going to do him, at least do him right. Don't put him in the movie to the point where we don't even know what actor plays him. I still don't know who plays him because I never seen his damn face in the entire movie. In the entire movie, I do not know what Shredder looks like. If he's going to be all charred and bald and whatever, that's fine. Show him. It's not more intriguing that we don't get to see him. It's not better that we don't know anything about the primary antagonist to the Turtles, their arch enemy, their arch, nemesis. We want to know something about Shredder. Give us something with Shredder. Let us see his origin quickly. Let us see a scene with him come in when the Turtles aren't there, just wrecking house. Let us see something better with the Shredder than just him being a shell, wearing a Shredder Iron Man costume to fight giant turtles. Give me something with him. Some story, something new. I don't know. Just give me something cool with the Shredder. Don't put him in the darkness aside from having his hands tied behind his back and beating a guy up with his fist or neck or whatever. I don't know. Just give me something. That was not the best Shredder we've seen. Any of the other previous Shredders from any series, probably better than that. Yeah, I can say that. This is one of the weakest Shredders we've ever seen. Least developed and least exposed. We didn't see anything from him aside from his Shredder Iron Man suit. So that's going to be number 3. No personality. Shredder has no personality aside from being an asshole and intimidating. And willing to kill innocent people. Runner-up, number 2. Number 2 is going to be the overall story itself. The video game story. I played video games that have a better story than this movie. It is so basic, like I said before, unoriginal, just nothing to it. Just very simplistic, nothing really that fun about it. Just Shredder versus the Turtles. That's it. No additional characters, nothing else adding on. You've got Sax in there just to connect the whole damn thing together. Could have done something interesting with him, but didn't. Instead, have to have him shoot like this freaking 5 times against unarmed Megan Fox and what's-his-face and lose to them. Come on. You've got a gun. There are these 2, wimps behind a counter, and you're going to tell me that you're going to do this 5 times, you're going to miss. So the story overall was just stupid. The origin was stupid. The evil plan and the Spider-Man ending, Spider-Man lizard, mutagen ending was not the best. How about you show us some I don't know, some Bebop and Rocksteady or something else in there. Give us something cool if you're going to go that route. Don't just give us this bland video game story that isn't really that great and nobody really cares much about, that I could honestly write a better one in 5 minutes. Here you go. Ready? City at War. Boom. Done. Movie. There you go. Better story. End of story. Open up the comic books, read City at War, make it into a movie. Maybe make it PG-13, reduce some of the violence, reduce some of the blood, add in some fun 80s stuff. You have a better story than what we got. Right there. There you go. Done. End of story. Runner up. Number 1 reason why this movie failed to me is too much April. Too much goddamn April. It's ridiculous. We're seeing the whole movie from her angle. When have we ever, now there's something original, we're going to get to see the whole story from April's perspective. Rather than getting to see that, I didn't realize this movie was called April O'Neil Meets the Ninja Turtles, This movie is called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not April O'Neil. That was kind of a combination between, you guys know how that went. not April O'Neil. So, there's my number one reason. Too much April, seeing it from her point of view. Give me Turtles. If I want to see some news reporter lady, I'll go watch CNN. Okay? Straight up. There it is. There's my top 10 reasons why Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 failed. F. Not quite F minus, but F. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about all that. Let me know what your top 10 are, or do you think it didn't fail? Write in the comments below. And I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. If you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. And see you guys for the next one. It's Trev. Peace.